This edition of Radio Stone Update is brought to you by TAB Surfaces, celebrating 25-plus years of producing premium natural stone and TAB Quartz, the high-density slabs with TAB's proprietary high-gloss luster technology.
Hi, I'm Kay Shipper with the latest in hard surfaces industry news from Radio Stone Update. A proposal to temporarily limit quartz surface imports will get another hearing in the nation's capital next month. The Office of the U.S. Trade Representative, the USTR, has announced it will hold a hearing on June 16th to review the recommendations of the U.S. International Trade Commission, the USITC, to aid domestic quartz surface manufacturers. The USTR will also accept written comments until June 1st. Following a submission of a Section 201 or safeguard petition by the Quartz Manufacturing Alliance of America, QMMA, the USITC found last month that 2020 to 2024 quartz surface imports impaired U.S. manufacturers. Commissioners submitted initial recommendations, including a tariff rate quota and no hard cap on imports, earlier in May. Both the original decision and ensuing remedy consideration involved 9-hour hearings. The USTR is also authorized to review safeguard actions through the Trade Policy Staff Committee. The TPSC is an advisory group of officials from all cabinet departments and selected government agencies. The June 16th hearing on behalf of the TPSC will allow domestic producers, importers, exporters, and other interested parties to comment on the USITC recommendations. After the hearing, the TPSC will make its own recommendation to the President. President Donald Trump will have until July 18th to use the recommendations of the two agencies or construct a different remedy, which will be in effect for 4 years. Written comments may be submitted online through June 1st through the website http://www.regulations.gov/ and then typing USTR-2026-2032 in the search box.
Why TAB Quartz? Because your home is worth it. At TAB Quartz, we follow the world's best technologies and processing practices, which are the result of our 23-plus years of experience in processing natural stone at our parent company TAB. TAB Quartz is the result of our love for stone and marks the beginning of a new age in the design and stone industry. TAB has created high-density quartz with an exceptionally high gloss via its custom-developed luster technology. The high ratio of quartz versus resin makes the slabs uniquely dense and heavier than your common quartz slab, achieving impenetrability even in a matte finish. Additionally, TAB Quartz is processed with UV-resistant resin to keep it safe from ultraviolet breakdown and color change. At TAB Quartz, we use the most innovative technologies, which enable us to not only be efficient but also eco-friendly. Legal compliance, environmental protection, and waste reduction are the very foundation of our company culture. Learn more at tabquartz.com.
A California Workplace Safety Commission took the first step to possibly ban the future use of engineered stone in that state. Meeting in Los Angeles last week, the California Occupational Safety and Health Standards Board voted 3-0 to begin the process of changing the state's workplace standards. The move would stop the fabrication and installation of engineered stone containing more than 1% crystal and silica. The board directed Cal/OSHA to draft emergency standards and set up advisory committees on potential worker protections. No timetable was set for delivery and consideration of the emergency rules. The process follows actions taken at the end of 2023 to ban dry cutting and set specific procedures for working with engineered stone. Last week's action granted the petition of the Western Occupational and Environmental Medical Association, filed last December, requesting the board stop the use of engineered stone in the state. During the meeting, Dr. Betsy Noth, a senior industrial hygienist with Cal/OSHA, noted that the number of silicosis cases among artificial stone workers, quote, has increased tenfold over the last 3 years, end quote. She added that assuming cases in 2026 continue to follow the same trend, the total cases will reach 900 by next year. Matt Thurston, Cosentino's regional director for the western United States, testified that reports don't completely reflect the current state of science, and many shops use these products safely and legally. Quote, banning a product to compensate for failed enforcement is irresponsible, end quote, Thurston said. Caesarstone executives believe the company will show a profit by the end of 2026, but recently released first-quarter results show they still have a way to go. Worldwide revenue for the first 3 months of the year totaled $88.7 million, down from $99.6 million for the same period in 2025. Sales were down in nearly every market, plus the company experienced several major financial charges. Most of those charges were related to efforts to streamline operations by using third-party sources for quartz manufacturing and also dealing with possible claims from silicosis cases. Still, Caesarstone CEO Jos Sheeran said first-quarter results reflect meaningful structural progress on the company's ongoing transformation. First-quarter revenues in the United States, Caesarstone's largest market, dropped 18.6% year-over-year to $39.9 million. Canadian first-quarter revenue also dropped 20.3% to $10.9 million. The sole bright spot came from Australia, where sales of the company's Icon Zero Silica surfaces sparked a 23.4% year-over-year increase to $17 million. Sheeran remains confident in the company's long-term financial future based on its current operating plan and assuming no material deterioration in global economic or geopolitical conditions. Quote, we remain on track to achieve positive adjusted EBITDA in the third quarter of 2026 and are committed to building a strong, more resilient, and more profitable Caesarstone, end quote, he said. LX Houses America Incorporated has announced the launch of its LX Houses Design Council, a cross-channel group created to integrate real-world market feedback directly into the company's product development process. The Design Council is made up of 8 interior design, stone fabrication, distribution, and home center professionals. Its task is to help ensure that future Viaterra quartz surface introductions align with customer expectations, regional design preferences, and application needs. The work will culminate with the launch of the company's 2027 Viaterra product introductions, which will be made at the 2027 Kitchen and Bath Industry Show, KBIS, set for next February 2nd through 4th in Las Vegas. Yael Goldschmidt, Director of Surface Product Development, says the LX Houses Design Council will play a meaningful role in creating new Viaterra products. Quote, with this group, we're taking another strategic step to ensure our products have market fit and long-term relevance, end quote, Goldschmidt said. Quote, the council will also advise on application and installation methods, as well as the viability of using Viaterra beyond traditional kitchen and bath countertop applications, end quote. Council members attended a kickoff meeting earlier this spring at LX Houses manufacturing plant in Alpharetta, Georgia, to review the company's initial 2027 product ideas. The council will meet twice more this year, with members providing feedback on a host of topics, from product concepts and prototypes to final choices, decorative element pairings, pricing, and materiality. Sintered stone surfaces producer Neolith held its 2026 Global Summit, April 27th through 29th, at its world headquarters in Castellón, Spain. Attending were customers, strategic partners, and regional teams from almost 40 countries across the Americas, Europe, the Middle East, Asia, and Africa. Under the theme The Power of Building Together, the gathering was designed to become a point of connection between markets, strengthen relationships, share priorities, and advance the brand's growth, innovation, and expansion. The 3-day program explored some of the strategic pillars driving Neolith's evolution in the coming years. The sessions focused on marketing, innovation, competitive analysis, and new opportunities linked to the impact of artificial intelligence. Beyond the working sessions, the event offered an opportunity to strengthen Neolith's closeness with its international network, building relationships based on the pursuit of shared objectives. Neolith also reaffirmed its commitment to an international growth strategy. The company is currently immersed in an expansion plan aimed at key geographic areas, including North America, Australia, the UK, Europe, and China. Neolith has also announced a strategic partnership with Montreal-based Ciot to be the exclusive distributor of Neolith surfaces across regions of New York, New Jersey, Delaware, and Pennsylvania. The move represents the next phase of growth for Neolith in the region as it transitions from a direct distribution model to a partner-led approach. The move is designed to scale operations, strengthen local execution, and deliver a higher level of service to the market. Michele Ballerin, CEO of Neolith Americas, says growth in those markets has been strong and the new model will allow the company greater focus and efficiency. Quote, Ciot has a proven track record in slab distribution, a best-in-class operational platform, and deep relationships between the fabricator and design communities. This partnership allows us to expand our reach while elevating the overall customer experience, end quote, Ballerin says. Under the new structure, Ciot will lead all distribution, logistics, and day-to-day operations within its designated territory. It will continue operations from its Brooklyn, New York facility, while also assuming operations at Neolith's Carlstadt, New Jersey location. That move should significantly increase inventory availability and enable faster, more efficient access to materials across the market. Joe Penzira, president of Ciot, says his company is extremely excited to partner with Neolith. Quote, Neolith is a global leader in sintered stone, and this partnership brings together their world-class product with our infrastructure, showroom network, and go-to-market capability, end quotes, said Penzira. There are still a few months left in 2026, but Brazilian officials are already looking ahead to next year's Kitchen and Bath Industry Show. On May 6, the Brazilian embassy residence hosted its first international initiative on the schedule leading up to KBIS 2027. Billed as Brazil Stone Experience, Washington, D.C. edition, the event brought together architects, designers, specifiers, and representatives from the construction industry for an evening dedicated to bringing the U.S. market and the Brazilian natural stone industry together. Organized by the Brazilian Natural Stone Association Centro Rojas and the Brazilian Trade and Investment Promotion Agency Apex Brazil through the It's Natural Brazilian Natural Stone program, the evening was attended by Centro Rojas Vice President Fabio Cruz, who gave an overview of the sector and highlighted the advancement of Brazilian natural stone in the international market with an emphasis on the United States. Quote, even after the elimination of the additional tariffs imposed last year, the United States is still the main market for Brazilian natural stone, end quote, said Cruz. Quote, it's essential for us to continuously work on positioning, expanding the presence and specification of Brazilian materials, especially in the high-end segment, end quote. And the International Surface Fabricators Association, ISFA, heads to Salt Lake City June 10th and 11th for its Regional Countertop and Surfaces Summit. Hosted by Cobble Creek Countertops and Cosentino, the 2 days will focus on 3 industry challenges: rising compliance pressure around silica, OSHA, and tariffs, a workforce that is harder to train and retain, and material costs and competition that are squeezing margins. The first day is designed for shop personnel and will be held at Cobble Creek. The session will offer hands-on porcelain fabrication training and cover issues from porcelain material handling through fabrication essentials to installation and finishing and maintenance. The second day is for shop owners and managers and will take place at Cosentino's Salt Lake City showroom and distribution center. Topics to be covered include a regulatory update, growth strategies, a dedicated safety and compliance session, and a closed-door executive forum. Those interested in attending may sign up for one or both days. To register, go to www.isfanow.org/events/fabricator-forum. Remember, the latest edition of Hard Surface Report is available now at www.hardsurfacereport.com. For a transcript of today's podcast, go to www.radiostoneupdate.com. I'm Kay Shipper for Radio Stone Update, and we'll see you here again soon.
This edition of Radio Stone Update has been brought to you by TAB Surfaces, celebrating 25-plus years of producing premium natural stone and TAB Quartz, the high-density slabs with TAB's proprietary high-gloss luster technology.